Hello everybody and welcome back to our second series of the day. LGD up against VG Gaming. Now this should be a good one. The odds on Dota 2 Lounge really do favour VG, but LGD have been performing pretty damn well of late. And now they've got Xiao 8, Sylar farming away. It just comes down to the draft a lot of the times. But let's welcome in Slesh, my co-commentator today. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well, yeah, overall, and see how well LGD are going to do, really. I think it's a team that I personally have high expectations for, simply because three of their original, of the TI2 LGD lineup are still in the team. Xiao 8, Yao, as well as Sylar. And then having maybe as their solo mid player, very, very up-and-coming talent, already proving himself. I think he is great, and he has a very bright future ahead of him. MMY, of course, the wily veteran as well, has been in pretty much any big-name team you can think of. eHome, DK, you name it. He's been there, and he's always been performing outstandingly. So I think LGD, they have the potential to be a great team indeed. VG, with the recent addition of HAL, have been doing quite well as well. I mean, a few games of adjustments, and they should be good to go. Draft, we already underway with Storm Spirit, Batrider, as well as Shadowfiend being banned out. And LGD picking the Troll Warlord, of course, a hero that's been very, very popular, and the Silencer second pick.
Yeah, a lot of Chinese teams have been liking this Silencer, especially early on in the draft. It just means that VG are limited in what they can go next. It's not a hero that you can straight up counter out. It's a hero that does well on lane and can focus on zoning out off laners. It's a hero that can move towards mid and help out your mid laner as well. There's nothing really you can, really focus on in taking Silencer out of the game. He's always going to get global silence off. He's always going to be an impact in team fights. And with heroes like Queen and Pain and Lion, who are very spell reliant, they've got to watch their words.
Yeah, LGD they had first pick, so they first picked Troll, and then VG responded by picking Lion, Queen of Pain. Silencer is really good against both of those heroes, so I can kind of understand it. Out of all the big heroes that are still in the pool, I mean, Sniper has been still left untouched, as well as Juggernaut, Axe. I mean, right now there's a huge plethora of heroes that are viable, so it doesn't really matter too much. Every single team has their own style. Viper, once again, in the Eastern scene, seeing a lot more play than in the Western scene, as in general, and being removed. Broodmother also, I mean, Silence are one of the weakest supports in that case, so you don't really want to lane against a Brood. Fully understandable, and Ice is known for being one of the best Brood players.
Yeah. Brood, Phoenix, Timbersaw, he plays all of the unconventional offlaners and really does make them work. Teams are often very scared of picking up these, I guess they're flashy offlaners, really, aren't they? You pick up the ones which require a lot of skill, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't, but Ice always finds a way. Whether it's early game in the laning phase, he dominates his opponents, or mid game, he comes out with the big plays.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think LGD are going to ban Phoenix. Silencer is such a good hero against Phoenix, no problem. Deals last word him, and Phoenix cannot cancel his dive. Even if you go for the dive, you have to return to your original position. So I don't think they're going to ban Phoenix. On the other hand, what we've seen recently from Isis is his offlane Phantom Lancer. Has also seen a lot of play. LGD are not banning it, so there is an option. But Zeus, also the hero that he's picked and played in the last few matches as well. So offlane Zeus also an option.
Yeah, definitely. Zeus has been really moving around recently. Solo mid Zeus is still played occasionally in Europe, with C9 most recently picking that up for Fata. But we're seeing a lot of offlane Zeus. Support Zeus even is coming back into vogue. The fact you can de-ward and just run around controlling the map with Lightning Bolt is incredibly dominant. But I don't know, it feels like one of these heroes that you can't really give mid lane and throw all that farm and experience out and expect him to carry you through. Because he's susceptible to getting jumped on, he has to go mobility items, and if he doesn't, then his damage output might be great, but his sustainability in team fights is a little bit wanting.
Yeah, I mean, overall, Zeus just seeing a lot of plays, and he still scales well into the late game. His ultimate, if he's using as a supporting hero, then his ultimate is also often used for scouting. Is trying to scout out the smoke gangs that are going on, or people doing Roshan. Still, he does get countered by Silencer as well, so they have three heroes that are really weak against him so far. Rubik being picked up by LGD, maybe even thinking of it as a bit of a deny pick to VG Gaming, since they do have FY and Fenrir, two really proficient Rubik players. At the same time, Rubik, all of Lion spells are amazing to steal. Queen of Pain Blink, of course, being pretty good. Zeus, less so, but maybe also preventing Vici. Vici have to think twice before picking something like a Tide Hunter right now.
I speak for the trees.
That's a hero I haven't seen in a long time.
Nature's Prophet. Is this going to be Ice off lane? Is this going to be mid Nature's Prophet? Like, where does he even fit nowadays?
It's Ice used to play Prophet quite a lot, but it's so support Zeus, offlane Prophet, I guess. So far they have very little sustain though. I mean, Vici Gaming's lineup is very, very squishy. And their team fight is decent with Quap and Zeus ulti, I guess, but it's not spectacular. Lion is their only real disable so far. Like, he's the only hero that carries a disable, and they have no physical. Well, Nature's Prophet always transitions into physical DPS, but straight out carry, they don't really have him either.
Is their last pick something like a Spectre? I'm wondering if this is Zeus support. They put Queen of Pain mid, Nature's Prophet off lane, then they've got the full global. Because so far with Zeus and Furion, it's decent, but they need something else there.
That's a pretty good idea, actually. Spectre. I mean, Hao is now in the team, and Hao used to be one of the very few Chinese characters that really likes playing the Spectres. Being just Spectre and Morphling were like his two main heroes. And it would go nicely with sort of a global strat with Queen of Pain Lion picking up Blink Dagger, Zeus and Prophet having global presence. And also Spectre Horn really good against heroes like Silencer who don't have an escape mechanism, are innately very slow and very squishy. And they're just going to die to Horn most of the time if Spectre's farmed enough.
Well, yeah, we'll see how this works. I mean, Vici, the way that their combinations and spells work, they could potentially just throw everything out without joining a team fight and kill off heroes like Sansa and Rubik before Global Silence happens, and then follow up with Queen of Pain blinking, Nature's Prophet TPing. So, it's definitely an option here for them to start team fights from across the map without actually going head-to-head with LGD. And once they've picked someone off, then going in and starting a fight when they've got the numbers advantage.
Yeah, Spectre overall would also be a good hard carry. And the matchup Spectre against Troll is not a very common thing overall. I mean, Troll will flat out win in a one-on-one, but he kind of wins against almost anybody one-on-one. So that point's kind of moot. But Axe, offlane, Troll, safe lane, LGD are probably lacking their solo mid so far. I mean, Vici did ban out 4 solo mid heroes. I mean, they banned out SF, Viper, TA, Brewmaster, LGD themselves banned out the Storm Spirit. Those are all big maybe heroes. And let's see, maybe we even see something like an Invoker maybe does play the hero quite well.
We'll see what LGD go for. I mean, something like a Razor maybe? Because they need things that can tank up. VG go for a Bristleback.
Well, at least they have a frontliner right now. It's just they just lack so much disable at the moment. They're completely reliant on the Lion to get things done, and I think that's a very dangerous thing to do. I mean, he just dies to random AoE. If he gets jumped by Axe, he dies. If Silencer last words him, he dies. If Ruby lift him, he dies. If Troll is melee, he dies. It's just too many things. I think Lion's gonna have his work cut out for him, really. It's not gonna be easy, for sure. I mean, he's gonna be the focal point, and he has to be the one leading the ganks as well, so I'd imagine he's gonna get a bit more farm priority than the Zeus.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh, please.
Sylar.
Really?
Sylar. It was... Okay. So we're going to see mid-troll then, and Medusa safe lane. Okay. I was fully expecting the troll just to go safe lane. That's where it's being put more often than not as of late. Go for the Morbid Mask early on after phase Ring of Aquila, head into the jungle, farm up that way.
Oh, he might still go safe lane and have Sylar mid. I mean, Sylar, it's a position that he sometimes still plays. He sometimes, if he gets Lycan or Morphling, he still goes solo mid. Oh. I think he can switch up interchangeably with maybe, really. I mean, Troll against Queen of Pain is I would say the matchup is kind of even, really. It doesn't mean that too much. But Sylar, if he goes mid lane, then it's very hard to bully him out of lane, really. And there's very little that Queen of Pain can do about it. But if VG are going to stay with the picks that, I mean, in terms of their players, picking their heroes, then it's ice as ice on Zeus. So Jungle Nature's Prophet, probably, from FY. Yeah, he does start off with Observer Wards.
What? What's going on here? And what is this courier? Masked Fae, Lord of the Tempests. That's pretty cool looking. Before we go over the heroes and all the important stuff, what? I have never seen this courier before. It must be a Perfect World one or something like that. It looks like something from Zelda. Hello, you cute little thing. Well, over on the Radiant, like you said, FY on this Nature's Prophet, probably going to be heading into the jungle. Not too sure. Super playing the Queen of Pain. Not with a really solid mid-item build, though. Fenrir playing the support Lion, while Ice 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 on the Zeus. Is Ice 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 going mid-Zeus, actually? Because he's got two branches. Super has gone for like an off-lane, or he's gone for a side-lane item build.
Yeah. It's... Indeed, it looks to be side lane. I mean, this has been a long time since I've seen Ice 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 mid, really. I think the last time I've seen him play mid in an official match was when he played TB. That was still with Black in the team. I think he played TB at one point. He played in mid, but normally he really is on the off lane. Still, was it TI3 where he had the 1v1v1 championship?
I can't remember.
It was against Wuxi in the finals, I remember. He did win one of those. And
well, they've got How on the Bristleback. They wanted a more aggressive carry, or they wanted an aggressive carry. And in How, they've got him playing the Bristleback today. Fenrir on the Lion down in this bot lane. Now, what is FY going to be doing? He's got a null first with a couple of clarities. So it looks like he's going to go for that max null build. Over on the Dire, interesting laning ward there from MMY playing the Rubik, while he's supporting maybe on the Troll, safe lane. Medusa mid will be Sylar, while bot lane, dual lane, Zhao 8 on the Silencer, and Yao playing the Axe.
Off-lane Queen of Pain. Haven't seen that in a long time. Right now they're not completely sure where the line is, I think, so they're a bit more cautious top lane. Having MOI sit behind maybe instead of trying to zone the Queen of Pain. Overall, having dual off-lane there, it's also a bit unusual, gotta say. Like, Axe, Silencer, it's not exactly a common combination that you see on the lane.
No, I don't think I've ever seen this. I've seen Silencer against an Axe in a dual lane, where they've just had him throw out his glaives, do as much harass as he can. Yao now, though, heading into the jungle, he's going to try and take over this pull spot. As Fenrir hiding away on this line. Mid lane, bottle is delivered to Ice Ice Ice, that very early rush, and he's 8-0. Has he got every single last hit from the first two waves?
Yeah, he did.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did. Sylar now trying to do a little bit of harass back to him. And he kind of has to. He knows he's getting further and further behind. With the Wraith Band, you know, he can put some pressure on. The bottle will help Ice 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 regen back up. And Sylar then, you know, it gets turned around completely. He gets some right clicks in, then all of a sudden the chain lightning gets spammed.
Yeah. Super, though, having a fairly good time on top lane, really. I mean, it's just, it goes down to that they didn't take advantage of the fact that he was completely on his own, level 1, and didn't play aggressive enough, but now he hits level 3 and he can trade right clicks with Rubik just fine, with level 2 Shadow Strike. Maybe he's having, you know, having none of it. Posturing up, just throwing a few axes here and there.
Yeah, now he's level 2, he's got the Whirling Axes as well, he can get up in the face of Super. With a lucky bash, they could potentially find a kill. Telekinesis into a bash from maybe. Queen of Pain's only sitting on, what, 300 or so HP? 400 now. Salve and Tango's at the ready. FY in the jungle. Okay. Still looking at him and wondering what his role is to play here. Is it just get levels, get Nature's Wrath, and then throw out your ultimate when Zeus throws his?
Probably. I mean, I don't really see him rotating early, and there aren't too many opportunities. Maybe MMY overextends, and then he can TP towards top lane, but bot lane is kind of, doesn't matter if Prophet's there or not. I don't think it has any difference.
If he TP's top and he doesn't have boots on his Furin, he's going to be walking into Troll. So Troll is always going to be looking for that counter kill, maybe kill on Super. So like you said, there may be the opportunity to TP in and maybe find a kill, but you've always got to weigh up what can LGD take in return.
And it also would be useful to just to control the runes a bit easier for Ice Ice Ice, since Medusa is not exactly here that can contest runes. And yeah, Prophet sending a few trends here and there, maybe TPing in even.
Yeah, apologies guys, we're casting from Dota TV. Couldn't get both of us in the lobby in time, so we've
stupid admins.
We're casting for Dota TV for this game. Next game will be in the lobby with Dota TV audio, so don't worry about that. Super, laying down the right clicks, gone for 2 in Shadow Strike here, just trying to lay the harass onto MMY. Maybe TP now from Nature's Prophet. They're getting ready, he cancels it. Cancels it twice, in fact, as Super getting a little bit too big for his boots, and maybe shooing him off the lane.
Yeah. It's still a bit scary though, overall. And Haste Ring, we pop Ice Eyes, Race for the Rune's gonna start.
Sylar. Queen of Pain's here as well, but look at Sylar's caught up. He's 20 for 5 now, Troll 20 for 8. You've still got this Nature's Prophet going pretty big in the jungle though.
Let's see, what do you think his item bolt's gonna be?
On FY? Oh, I was wondering whether he goes for, the European pub style build where you go Null's Blade Mail, but I don't know. Orchid could be okay. An early Necro book could be good. There are so many, deviations in Nature's Prophet builds. We used to see always the Midas into Shadowblade, then we saw Midas into 4-staff and Mech, 4-staff Mech, Necro units. There are all sorts of things you can build on this guy, from DPS to utility to support.
Yeah. Blink Maelstrom are also incredibly popular.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And yeah, I think in this game, I don't think Blade Bell's really doing too much. I think if sometimes we see Blade Bells being picked rather often if there is a Skywrath in the opposing team. Fenrir being smoked out mid lane, by the way. Sylar, though, still full HP.
Xiao is coming in as well. Turns around with the last word on the Fenrir. First blood's going to go the way of LGD, it looks like, with one more glaive. Does Sylar even die? Looks like with a lucky right-click attack from FY, he does, but Xiao is here to clean up. Another couple of right-clicks down, and he gets a double kill on the Silencer.
Oh, this is so good for Silencer. Suddenly, he already gained 4 intelligence from it, and stole some intelligence from Lion as well as from Nature's Prophet. That early in the game, it's really painful, I think.
Yeah, Solar dying there doesn't really matter too much. He's got bottle, boots. He's perfectly fine. Yeah, I was just wondering where are his items, but they're all on the floor. He picks up a bunch of stuff, Ring of Aquila, bottle, brown boots, and he's happy as Larry.
Giving Xiao a little bit of XP. Xiao hits level 5 on the Silencer. It's going to have a very early global silence. But can he combo it up with? Ideally, you need it with Yao's Blink Dagger, but Yao is kind of far away from his Blink.
Yeah, there are lots of abilities from LGD that allow you to turn around a team fight, though. Stone Gaze, Global Silence, Blink Call, Troll with his ultimate as well. There's plenty of stuff to throw out if VG do get that initiation off, which they'll be looking to do.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain wants to blink in and get some damage down. Nature's Prophet and Ice. The Zeus will be looking to throw their ultimates.
But do you think that VG is on a bit of a timer here, going against Troll Medusa into the late game? So they feel a bit of pressure to actually end the game fast? Because they don't really exactly, apart from Prophet, they can't that easily.
Bristle back down the bot lane. I'll answer the question in a second. As how it looks like he might drop. Yep. No, he's fine. Bottling through. And maybe even turns around onto Yao. Thunder God's Wrath and an axe down to the axe. Couple of quill sprays, and Hal looks to get this kill nice and easy.
Yeah, meanwhile, Super does catch out Xiao in the river, and he should fall as well.
Unless he doesn't, because Xiao just walks away, the level 5 Silencer, perfectly happy.
It's not gonna take over either.
But yeah,
that was a bit odd.
Yeah, not too sure. Super a little bit scared. I guess he did drop very low from the last word. One more right click would have killed him, so definitely playing it right, I feel. LGD. VG, they're pushing potential like you were saying. Oh, Zeus? How? Whoa. Did Zeus just pop Soul Ring and then take a Mystic Snake or something? He suddenly dropped very low. I don't know if that was lag.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
But I don't know. Because VG, they're very good at farming. They're going to be able to pick up items like Hex, Refresher, Ags on the Zeus, Nature's Prophet with a bunch of items himself. LGD, I guess you could say they're on a timer. Against the Troll Medusa, there's always going to be that threat of super late game. Pushing into high ground is going to be difficult against Stone Gaze, Global Silence, and you can't get that initiation down.
Overall, super harassing Sylar, but Sylar is having none of it. Just stands, starts right-clicking the Queen up instead. And smoke incoming once again from VG. Xiao is going to reveal it.
Yep, they'll finally get that kill. Even Thunder God's Wrath being thrown out by the Zeus. Ice desperately wanted that kill. Where?
Oh, Yao, they just scouted you with glow. Dude, run.
Dear. At least he picked up his tranquil boots. But still
That was
sticking
just
around
sloppy play.
way too long.
They already threw out Thunder God's Wrath, so they knew exactly where he was. You can't just stand there and continue farming, really. That was just, I don't know if it was just, brain fart or just laziness.
Well, thinking they're not going to come up high ground. They're not going to come and invade my jungle. I'm perfectly fine here. But Zeus getting a double kill there, not too bad for him. Soul Ring, Tranquil Boots, and a bottle as maybe. Feels the wrath of Ice up on this top lane. And how
overall, he doesn't have... Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
How gets a bit of free farm down on bot. He even actually pushes past the tier 1 tower onto Xiao. Yao TP's in with a battle hunger. How probably won't die here, but it's getting close. Yao throws out the Culling Blade, doesn't get him below the threshold.
That was very, I don't know, I mean, he had plenty of time to actually click on the Bristleback and see if he was below threshold or not. And Ice is really being a big menace here in the opposing jungle, just annoying the living crap out of Maybe.
Yeah, maybe how you doing? But LGD, they've got a bunch of heroes who want to get back into the jungle, who want to farm up if their lanes don't go too well. Or even if they want to give their support some laning time. You know, giving Rubik or Sansa some time up in this top lane, put them down onto bot like you're doing with Xiao 8 now. Axe is farming the entrance, which is good enough for him, but their entire jungle is being zoned out by Ice.
He's really keeping tabs on them.
How did Hao not die to Yao?
Oh, come on. All the puns. I actually had a friend when I was still in private school in Britain, and he was also a Chinese guy. He was called Hao, and then there was a guy who was called Him. And yeah, all kinds of puns started happening.
Oh,
and then at some point we got a guy who was called You.
How you him? MMY takes a screw of pain, no blink. Oh boy!
Oh god!
That is the power of
Long
the
range.
global strat.
Yeah.
Even without, you know,
Prophet, how are you looking?
no Spectre, no Invoker Sunstrike, not even needed. That's ridiculous. MMY is going to be really upset with that. I'm behind my tier 1, I'm perfectly fine, as I'm suddenly lagging a little bit. But Xiao is going to get dived by Hao. Perfect World servers not liking me too much right now. Apologies, guys.
Yeah.
As soon as Hao decides whether he's going to dive or not, I will try and reconnect. But it looks like he is going into the Xiao 8. Then they turn back around. Super with the Scream of Pain does... oh, Sylar. Sylar comes in, sprouted up. And the chase is going to go out. Global Silence is popped, silencing up Hao. And LGD look like they've probably turned this back around. Hao now called and Yao gets the kill. Culling Blade not used. Sprout. Lag. I can't see what's going on. Silencer and Bristleback are dead, but apart from that, I'm not sure. Carla! Carla!
Well,
okay,
I see you learned that one as well.
Great, thank you. And now, after the fight ends, it stops lagging. I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm still having a little bit of lag, but it's 1 hour away. But I was wondering, I was trying to see if they managed to deny the tower or not, but the Prophet did get the last hit. And it looks like FY is moving into an Orchid build.
Oh, that's an interesting one. So who's his main target going to be? I guess he TP's into the back of the fight. Whoa.
Yao, top lane.
Now here comes the dive. Sprouts up. Zerga's Call gives him that little burst of armor to survive through the cool spray and right-click attacks. FY though, TPing into the tower and gets taken out. Yao's already fallen. Maybe now with the bashes trying to get in there and stop Hao from escaping. Xiao 8 will seal the deal.
Yeah.
Super. He's hasted up, but I don't know. Maybe comes in a few swipes. Deny?
Yeah. And MMY still getting chased. Should be one more right click and he should die. The Jukes! Oh, the Jukes are real.
Super gets the kill with a scream. But mid lane, Sala's still farming away. 6,000 net worth up on the Troll Warlord. 5.2k up on Ice's Zeus, who's going for a Yule Scepter after his Soul Ring. Then you've got about 5,000 gold on the Juicer, who's going for the stats build so far. You know, regular old phase boost, Ring of Aquila. Next item, though, will be the interesting one.
Yeah. Did you see what FY just did?
No?
He just TP'd into the enemy jungle and to place the ward and then TP'd back out again, right in front of Maybe, so Maybe has to know that's happening.
Fair enough. That seems like a Cheshire Cat kind of move from Power Rangers, you know, when you're playing Nature's Prophet, you just TP somewhere, place an aggressive ward and get the hell out.
Top lane, Super's gonna deny the rune to Sylar, picks up the bounty rune for himself, Skylar. Kind of standard going for the Skadi rush. FY once again TP's behind the tower to put on an observer ward, maybe thinking of going onto Yao once again. He still doesn't have his blink dagger, it's timing quite off there. But Vici, as we already mentioned, they have to keep up the pressure. Like, they cannot let LGD just static farm really. One Stroll in Medusa are too fat to deal with, and things are gonna be quite dicey.
Ice, ice, ice. Nearly gets hit by telekinesis there, and How throws out some nasal goo. Just to deter them. It looks like maybe might want to go into the Roche pit, Helm of the Dominator Yasha and phase boots. But they're not going to risk it just yet. Nature's Prophet takes the top tier one with the help of Super. And it will be an orchid for him, definitely. They're building up pretty quickly into that. How has some ancient stacks to take.
Yeah, he's gonna build into the mech. It's also a bit late, I would say. I mean, he's died 2 times. But nice little trick there. I think people shouldn't actually. It's very neat if you have auto attack turned off, so you can just stay there with your back and keep spraying the whole time. And that's enough to get his mech. Well.
Oh. Maybe running away from his own ancients, but that global silence is such a great deterrent up against VG. As soon as you see them playing aggressively, or they spot out one of your teammates, FY, Yao didn't get the vision of him. That blink dagger has now been scouted by FY's Treants.
Yeah. Now LGD can actually start taking fights, and they really desperate to blink on the axe, and they finally have it. Xiaowei might run into Super once again, trying to zone him out from the rune. And yeah, Sylar's gonna get the DD this time around.
Does Sylar go straight Skadi here, or is that just a casual point booster? Going to Yasha first?
Nah, he's going straight Skadi. I've seen him do it a couple of times.
Okay. But yeah, now LGD, they can walk into the Roche pit, possibly take it with ease. It's not like you're dealing with a big Ravage or RP or anything like that from VG. They've got the global potential, sure, with Thunder God's Wrath, Nature's Wrath, all of the Wrath, but if they can't close the gap on you, if they have no Blink heroes, they've got no one to actually, well, Queen of Pain, okay, she's a Blink hero, but I mean, outside of that, what initiation do you have? Do you give time for How to run in there?
I don't know, actually. I mean, Lion is really far for Blink. He probably wants to earn first of all, so we're not going to see Fenrir getting anything, really. It's not going to get his Blink before minute like 28 or something along those lines. I mean, I thought like they needed to give him a bit of farm priority, but they have a jungle prophet instead, so he is really, complete 5 position line.
Okay,
it's a tough life.
I think I have time to reconnect.
Well, right now nothing's happening really. I mean, both teams are currently. I mean, LG is farming their ancients and going a bit of a de-warding mission, but both teams a bit of a stalemate here. Sylar pops the DD rune mid just to farm.
Right, I've reconnected. Fingers crossed, no more lag. Sylar, like you said, pops that DD rune in mid, holding onto this tier 1 tower. Super going for an Orchid of his own. How far away is Nature's Prophet from it? So they're going to have double Orchid at around the same time. Looks like Queen of Pain's going to be a little bit later. But, like, I was asking this before with the Nature's Prophet one. His target is probably Silencer. Maybe the Queen of Pain looks to get him, and the Nature's Prophet goes on someone like the Rubik. They focus down the 2 supports, take them out of the fight. But how do they deal with the cause?
It's not ideal. Like, personally, I would have liked to see double Necrobook from those 2 heroes instead of double Orchid. LGD, they did go for a bit of a smoke gank there. They couldn't really find anybody in time, but they do manage to get one aggressive observer ward up into the high ground to see Super currently farming the Mud Golems.
And Salah just farming away. MMY, 900 gold up on him, so... Oh, he walks up onto high ground. A couple more right clicks, Thunder God's Wrath. And easy kill for the Queen of Pain.
Sylar didn't react in time to deny him. Once again, it's 2 ultis being expended to kill him. So it's not like VG have anything better to do at this point, so might as well.
Guys, apologies for the lag, it's the Perfect World server. It's nothing our end. FY, TP's into mid, he pops the treants, and Salah now is wondering what the hell he does. I'll just clear these creeps. There's nothing really that can jump on me and stop me from doing it. You know, this is kind of the problem. How do you go in and start a team fight?
Yeah. The only disable is still on the line. We said it during the draft. And Sylar, and once he picks up the Skadi, I really don't actually see him dying. I mean, they would probably need like level 4 mana drain or something and then try to drain Medusa's mana shield. Otherwise, I don't see how they kill him. They don't have enough damage, I think.
Maybe still hasn't entered the Roche pit. 1300 gold. He's got his BKB completed, so LGD could look to start running at VG here. You know, they don't have their items up on Solid yet, but I don't think it really matters that much. Their supports are so much stronger. They've got level 1 global silence, which is really all they need. But MMY with Telekinesis stealing Lightning Bolt now as well.
Going a bit of a D-warning mission on his own and managed to find an Observer Ward, so that's good. Both teams are taking it slow at the moment. I think VG, they are just a bit concerned that they might not be able to win a fight right now, and LGD, their lineup by nature is rather passive anyway, so they are content with sitting back and farming.
Yeah, it's kind of 4 protect 1, but the fact that the 4 can still farm up and do things late game. You know, it's not the full-on 4 people go fight while the 1 farms and farms and farms. Troll has got plenty of items. He's actually leading in terms of net worth. The safe lane Troll Warlord, 10k. They take tier 1. There's nothing that VG can do to react to this. You know, they've got to try and split push and create pressure elsewhere on the map while LGD are dominating them.
Yeah, I mean, the problem with VG's lineup is they have no carry that can set up to the Medusa. They have Bristleback as their 1 position. Prophet 4 position is pretty damn good, but then Quap 2nd position is also, a bit lackluster, really.
Wait, was Global just thrown there? Looks like they're going on Sylar.
Yep.
How? Keeps on chasing. Sylar's run out of mana, and the Sonic Wave will finish him off. Xiao 8 drops pretty low to that as well. Super looking for more, as the Sprout doesn't catch anyone, but they'll still get the vision onto MMY. And the Shadow Strike, I don't know, does that kill him? Looks like it does. VG all of a sudden find LGD in a position where they can't fight, they can't react. Global, I don't know if that's a little bit too late or what happened there.
I think they already used pretty much everything on Sylar to kill him. I mean, they got the full combo off from lying. You see, he didn't even have mana for Mystic Snake when he died. So VG get a very much needed fight, and in objectives as well with the tier 2. Sylar hasn't completed his Skadi just yet. Maybe surviving in the fight, even taking down the line. And he is currently their bright hope. He has to carry them through mid-game so Medusa can win late-game, basically.
Well, maybe he says, screw that, I'm going to farm your jungle then. They pushed out bot lane into the tier 2. Oh, that's a big old lead now for VG, though. And Lion, Fenrir, he's going to start maxing mana drain now. That level 4 mana drain is super strong against Medusa. It acts as this, you know, super heavy nuke against this mana shield.
Yeah. Not really sure, though. I mean, VG, they have a decent lead right now, 22 minutes into the game, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to break high ground, really. Like, I think they need to win, like, 3 team fights more if they want to win the game. And LGD, like, despite the fact that they just lost 4 heroes and the tier 2, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it really changes too much. Maybe runs into Fenrir.
Yeah, pops the BKB. Yep. Oh, he has a blink as well now. Nature's Prophet thinking about TPing in, but I really don't think that's where you want to be heading.
It's a good play from maybe overall, just good map presence, and finds another freebie there, takes online, yeah.
I guess the double Orchid from VG is pretty good against the Medusa as well, because she can never pop Stone Gaze. If there is, you know, by coincidence, this chance that Mana Shield hasn't been activated, though Sylar is going to be running around with it permanently on now, then the double Orchid can be really strong against the Medusa. Because you silence her up, there's no stone gaze, you're amplifying all of the damage you're doing, then you pop the second Orchid, maybe even with, you know, Finger of Death Sonic Wave, you just kill her with the 2 Orchids.
Yeah, they have to throw a lot though. Because Zeus ulti was just used to scout out the LGD heroes that didn't really know where they were.
Top
yeah,
lag.
it's really bad for me.
Apologies, guys. Maybe he's skipping around, teleporting. Somehow this troll, you know, he's got a blink dagger, fair enough, but surely the cooldown isn't that short. Radiant heading into the Roach pit. This could be a risky one. Treants are scouting out. Do LGD know? Do they realize what's going on under their nose?
Well,
Maybe it goes to the Ancients, it doesn't look like they do. But VG back themselves out.
Yeah, they were a bit too slow. I mean, Bristleback is really good against Roche, but all the other heroes don't really do too much, so they heavily run on his own right click to take down the big guy.
So LGD say, well, thanks for weakening him for us, we'll just go in and take it ourselves. And they have a really strong rotating lineup. Like,
Yeah,
troll on his own.
Yeah. Troll on his own, he just, together with Dusa, now also slowing down Roshan's attack speed with Skadi, and they give it over to Syla as well. So.
Overall, what are we looking at? VG with that one big team fight win, they're about 5,500 net worth in the lead over LGD. Experience-wise, you know, that's dipping now. LGD with a superior lane farming, really, it feels like. They're taking this lead away from VG slowly but surely.
FY is constantly split pushing, bot lane popping a lot of spells there onto Xiao 8's Silencer.
But now Ice.
He's got Yule Scepter up.
Yeah, but how's he going to escape? Yule Scepter gets used, what, aggressively? Where did that even go down? How? Now, trying to turn things back around as maybe Yao throws out the Battle Hunger, which gets taken off How instantly. I guess he killed the creep. I just don't see anything.
No, he did. He used Yule Scepter onto the troll, and then bought enough time for himself to.
Medusa denies the tower up on top. Maybe came in and looked for the first hit bash, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah. Overall, though, I mean, they used like 2 ultimates to kill the Silencer. I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter too much for LGD. They pick off their supports are getting picked off here and there, and VG Ice, his item progression has been a bit stymied, I guess, but now he's got 2.5k go. Let's see what he buys next. Aghanims, I don't even think it's a good option here. Refresher, more so. Maybe he could consider going for a Veil of Discord, really.
Who's this?
Could amplify the magic damage.
Let's see what they go for. Ice with a blink and almost 3,000 gold. But LGD are the ones who can really start applying the pressure. Global Silence, Sylar in a little bit of trouble here. Orchid up onto him, so he can't turn around with a Stone Gaze. But there was no follow-through.
Yeah, and he still has Aegis, like, even if they kill him once, so really not going to do too much. Yao, stop for a casual Vitality boost and now moving towards a BKB, also a correct choice in my opinion. He really needs it against the line and the nuke damage coming out from Quap as well as Zeus.
Oh, something I didn't notice. Someone in chat just pointed out that maybe has gone 1 level in Whirling Axes. So maxing out Berserker's range, which gives you a little more bash duration, bash damage, but skipping over the Whirling Axes is quite interesting for me. Usually, you know, you see a 1-4-4-3 build.
Yeah. It's, the damage doesn't scale that well from Whirling Axis, as in, I'm talking about the melee one. I mean, on max level, it's a 225 damage nuke, which is, most of the time, it's equivalent to like a level 3 basic ability most of the time.
Yeah.
The blight duration does get increased, so I would personally probably still skill it, but I can also understand why he doesn't.
I mean, he was against the Queen of Pain up on top, but I don't know, maybe it comes down to personal preference. He feels that he wants to build into late game rather than going for the early game. It's kind of similar to, you know, Gyrocopter. Instead of going for max Rocket Barrage or max Homing Missile, you just build up into Flat Cannon for that late game presence. And stats, they're always going to help you.
Yeah, it does buff up his mana pool a bit as well. I mean, even with putting so many points into stats, his mana pool is rather piss poor. I mean, 500 max mana, it's not very impressive. Oh, mid lane, the Xiao 8 is gonna die once again.
Ice finds him with a blink forward and a couple of lightning bolts. How? And FY Sylar. He pops the Stone Gaze, gets orchided up. He's going to TP himself out. Well, he would like to. If Ice didn't cancel it with Lightning Bolt, and now Sylar is in an awful lot of trouble, all alone, and all out of luck. Aegis Immortal is popped and gets sprouted up inside, maybe. Or this Troll Warlord, I don't know. Silence is dead! Silence before he can get the mana shield off. Maybe now tries to fight as his Troll Warlord turns back onto FY. But Yao can't blink in, can't get a good call. And out of nowhere, VG suddenly kill 3 heroes. And it looks like they're going to break high ground as well.
Do they have buyback on Medusa?
No.
No, they don't.
Troll buys back. They've got global silence up for Xiaowei. But Axe dies? Is that just it? Is that game over now? VG gonna take the first set of racks here. 40 seconds without the Axe, 30 without the Medusa. Troll and Silencer cannot defend up against this 2 versus 5.
That was so baffling to me. First of all, Silas' decision to try to TP out. There was a Zeus with Yules as well as Lightning Bolt, so that was a mistake. At the same time, also VG, very, very quick reactions from FY to silence Sylar as soon as he popped up back from the Aegis, so he couldn't use Mana Shield. He didn't have Mana Shield on. And suddenly, that's Rax. And that's a huge advantage for VG. And before that, they would have so much trouble, but if they killed Medusa 2 times, and then the rest of the heroes don't move in, and the Yao goes for YOLO play and dies to 5 heroes, then yes, of course, it's looking up for them. I think LGD, it's just... the last couple of minutes have been absolutely just, I don't know what to say really. They just had really weird plays.
We've been talking about, you know, LGD having a really strong 5 versus 5 fight. They've got the initiation from Blink Axe. They've got Stone Gaze from Medusa to reset things, and then Global Silence to just get thrown out to stop VG when they launch their global ultimates. But
not again.
if you get picked off 1 by 1, you lose both of your fight resetters in the Silencer and the Medusa before the actual fight begins. Like, that wasn't a team fight. That was LGD getting picked apart 1 by 1 by VG.
Yeah, precisely. Silencer died first, then Sylar to fall, and yeah, the rest of the LGD heroes, they couldn't really, I don't know. I mean, Sylar had Aegis, he did survive for quite some time. And they should have been able to come in, but like the most baffling play to me was in the end Yao just jumping into 5 enemy heroes, and then they use Global Silence and hope that he doesn't die. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
There was that second Orchid though. When Sylar respawned, they had the second Orchid inside a Sprout, so he couldn't pop Mana Shield. I think that was the most important thing ever, because Sylar without Mana Shield, you know, that's over half of your HP gone. Well, maybe not over half, but yes, over half.
Over half, actually. Yeah. Like, even doing some economic damage there from FY, farming up the Ancients. Yeah, this is getting hard now. Bristleback even picking up a Blink Dagger so his mobility is improved. I mean, it's a common thing if you play against Medusa lineups. You know, either you burst the Medusa down instantly, or you kill the rest of the heroes. You just go for the back lines. And Xiaowei once again taking so much damage. Agnes also being through, but they didn't use Wrath of Nature. If they would have used Wrath of Nature, they might have been able to kill him.
If only they had a Spectre or something like that.
Yeah.
LGD gonna take the tier 1 on top, but they're trading so heavily for this. VG, tier 2 bot, Ancients, lanes, whatever they want, they're gonna get.
And Zeus TP's back up top. He did go for the Agnum Scepter as well as the Quap going for Agnes. They want to end this game now. I think picking up those 2 Agnum Scepters, they think they have the advantage, and rightly so. Maybe. Buddy!
He's gonna blink out, he's gonna TP away.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
So the Hex not quick enough from FY. Opted to go for the Sprout to give vision first, but that was good placement from Maybe. You know, he was standing in the middle of a bunch of creeps and managed to blink himself away.
Overall, I think LGD supports are... Like, Xiao is getting caught way too much out of position, and might die once again if he moves forward. Fenrir is still in the jungle. Well, he's in the woods, and the side shot, but Xiao sees him now.
Sylar is invisible by the Ancient Pit. He's not going to be able to get this stack off, just a little bit too late. But they need to put so much into defending Sylar. Oh, in the dire jungle. Super. Not going to get bashed up here by Maybe. But with the global silence, maybe they can get the kill. A couple more right clicks. Ice. The Yule's just a little bit too late. Super's already down. As I finally get the message, Maybe can't blink out with the Shadow Strike still on him, but they just profit, opting not to TP in there.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe is currently the bright side on LGD's lineup. He has to do a lot of work before Medusa becomes unkillable. And Medusa, she needs to go for the Manta Star. She's got enough gold, but probably wants to save up for buyback.
The trouble is, though,
Manta.
if you get hexed by Nature's Prophet, you can't Manta. Oops.
Yep.
If you get Orchid, well, if Orchid hits you the first time, then you Manta out of it. There's the second Orchid there to land on you as well. I guess Manta is a decent option. It's just not the one that he'd want necessarily.
Ideally, though, it's if the enemy team's focusing on Sylar, then maybe has free reign. That's probably the thought process here. But bot lane, they're gonna have a TP in from Prophet, I think, as well. Yep, mana drain.
Stone Gaze gets thrown out, but Sylar has no mana left.
Yeah.
Actually, no mana. He's trying to bottle through. He's trying to get as much back as he can. But How is in such a great position to just turn back around, and now a 5-man push potentially down on this bot lane.
Yeah, Sylar 0-4-1 Medusa, not his best game. It's getting called way too much. I mean, he's completely on his own. He had no observer wards to spot him. He has to expect Prophet to can TP in at any point. Zeus can throw his ulti out at any point, and there was a line right next to him. And Fenrir, his mana drain, really proving to be incredibly useful against Medusa.
Shao 8 going straight into that refresher orb. Not going for the Aghanims this game. They need the double global silence or nothing.
Well, top lane maybe goes in. He gets the bash on Ice. And he's gonna fall.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, VG taking Roshan. Mega kill streak of Ice taken by Maybe is good and all. But defending your base is still going to be a difficulty.
Yeah, Maybe actually managed to get 2 mega kill streaks. He killed the Quap and he killed the Zeus as well. It's a huge influx of gold.
Yao now, building up into that BKB, 2,100 gold. Oh, come on. Stop lagging!
Are you lagging as well, yeah.
Yeah, at exactly the right time. It looks like they were going to jump in on FY, but they're backing themselves up. I just want to continue farming. Don't push anything too hard. How taking control of the enemy ancient. Sanjin Yasha, Vanguard, a mech, and a Blink Dagger. So I fully see this, you know, ending very soon here. VG going for the all-in item builds.
It's still a Medusa troll lineup, so I mean the turnaround potential is there after all. And as you can see, I mean, if you look at the team net worth graph, there was this one fight, the extended fight, where they just picked up everybody, and now it's plateaued out once again. Like LGD, if they wouldn't have had so many misplays, I think it would be good.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They're farming so efficiently. They're farming their jungle. It's just it's not even team fights. It's one hero getting picked off, and then they get caught in this save your body syndrome. They see Sylar getting attacked, so they instantly turn back around. Okay, we've got to throw bodies at the wall here. Maybe get in there, blink in, axe, jump, and then all of a sudden it turns from one guy dying into everyone dying one by one. So I was wondering if LGD look to try and smoke here, bait Sylar out, or something like that. Then maybe they can turn things around. Because Shao 8, you know, he's got the global. Thunder God's Wrath. Thrown out for scouting purposes, so it looks like VG were thinking along the same lines. LGD could potentially be looking for a smoke here.
LGD, though, I think overall, it's boring, but what they could, in theory, just do is defend high ground until no tomorrow. Like, just defend high ground for 20 minutes, don't go. And there's very little that VG can do to breach high ground, really. They have to get creative. I think Prophet's going to be a big factor. If at some point VG can't break high ground, then the split push is going to come in. But FY is fine. Picked up a plate mail. This might be for an AC. And there's also a plate mail on the Queen of Pain as well. So
Shiva's an AC incoming.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird to see how not go for that, but with a basher picked up, he sold the mech. 37 minutes in, you know, mech starts to lose a bit of its power, but a little bit surprising to see he gets rid of it. He definitely favors that newer, fresher Blink Dagger to close the gap on people like Silencer.
Top lane, not again, Sylar.
Well, he pops the Manta. Stone Gaze is thrown out to slow down How, but now they don't have that Medusa ulti. On cooldown for about a minute and a half.
90 seconds. Let's see if VG can actually capitalize on it or not. They still have the Aegis, right? Yeah.
Well, LGD, they're going down on bot. Yao? Yao? Yep, he gets it. Berserker's cooldown on FY, maybe blinks in as well. Bashes and right clicks. Take down FY. The Nature's Prophet falls, but where's the push in from VG? It looks like How just blinks to the high ground. Starts wailing away against that tier 3.
I got some decent damage now, 500 damage roughly. That's pretty good. But yeah, as if maybe somehow closes in on any of the VG heroes and one of them is disabled, he just makes mincemeat of them in a few seconds. There's very little they can do. How is essentially the only one who can survive for more than 5 seconds. Well, Shiva's got on the Queen of Pain. That will probably mean that AC is going to be on the agenda for the Nature's Prophet. Also correct choice, in my opinion. That division of items, since Prophet can split push with AC, a bit better than Queen of Pain does.
Or they go double Shivas.
Or double Shiva's God, yeah. Well, we've seen that happen as well.
Yeah. But no, I agree with you. AC probably the better option here. Sylar just trying to push out this mid wave. Hal goes in for a deny even. A little bit annoying there. You're getting limited gold from this mid wave anyway. Sylar would have liked to have had that last hit. Hal says no. No. I'm not going to give you any more item progression. You've got Mantra and Skadi. That's more than you need.
Well, they would definitely like to keep it that way, that's for sure. Yeah.
Buyback wise,
Medusa has so many slots to fill.
buyback wise, Medusa and Bristleback are the only ones with it. Everyone else is low on gold. They've just been buying up item after item.
Yeah. It's getting to the point though where Bristleback is getting 6 stacked and Troll is pretty much 6 stacked. Just Satanic is more. Well, he can pick it up and maybe at some point he's gonna sell the Blink once again. But yeah, Troll is pretty much 6 slotted already and is at his strongest. Sylar still has a long ways to go. He only has like 2 really big items, so plenty of potential.
Well, Aegis Immortal is reclaimed. LGD doing a little stroll through the Radiant jungle. Not going to find anyone though. VG did very well there just to back up to their tier 2s. I don't know if... Did they see that with this Observer Ward? I can't even remember where the smoke was now. My brain is failing me. The smoke happened somewhere here near the ramp, but the lag made it so that I couldn't tell where exactly it happened. So maybe VG saw it and they knew what was going to hit them. But now they turn their attention up to this top lane.
Yeah, also picking up the gem on Xiao 8, so he should see the Observer Ward there. Yeah, there we go. Please make sure you don't die while you're doing it. And you should be good. So one more Observer Ward to left on the high ground. A bit difficult to take. They probably need the whole team there, you know, to protect it. And Korea going to go for the scout. And Hal kills it. And blinks through the high ground. But 4 stuff being used there for what was it?
Hal has an Abyssal Blade. Queen of Pain jumps in with a Sonic Wave down to MMY. Rubik's already fallen. Super now, though, getting bashed up by the troll. And dying equally as quickly. How?
Damage.
How? The stun gaze into right clicks from Maybe. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't think that was worth it, boys. Killing the courier as well as the Rubik. As I said, the troll makes mincemeat out of everybody. And with Axe Call, forcing Bristleback to attack him, so he's always facing him from the front. Bristleback suddenly isn't all that tanky anymore.
And then Stone Gaze to amplify physical damage. Troll just wailing away. Now jumps in on bot lane, but FY has returned back to the Ancients, just continually farming up.
Yeah, LGD, at some point they're going to get annoyed that they cannot really push out the lanes that easily with Prophet constantly split pushing and running the risk of dying to line plus Queen of Pain. But yeah, they're doing a good job, and ideally they would like to get next Roshan as well.
Well, we'll find out in about a minute's time when he'll respawn back up. Ice, Ice, Ice. Zeus, you know, he starts to fall off a little bit around this time, but with that refresher nearly done, are we looking at Rubik or Sansa possibly just dying straight up to it?
With Wrath of Nature, maybe. Well, there's a possibility. Well, I mean, you saw how well...
We're looking at what, 1280 damage from the 2 Thunder God's Wrath, minus 25%. So we're looking at like 960 damage or something like that. Plus Wrath of Nature, yeah. I think, well, Rubik will definitely die. Sansa, it'll be a little bit closer.
Rubik has a mech though, so if he pops it in between, then he should be able to survive.
That's true.
And if there's also a Quap Sonic Wave on top of it, then yeah, he does die. Fenrir picks up a Ghost Scepter of his own. No Blink yet though. Blink might be a good option later, right? If they can find somebody split pushing and then maybe burst one down instantly. Be it the Troll, be it the Medusa.
How far away is Xiao from that refresh? Oh, pretty far. He doesn't have the recipe hiding away or something, does he? No, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. Medusa though, 5,400 gold. What's next up for Sylar here?
Or the Butterfly, they don't have MKBs.
And then Yao going for
Overall-
Aghanims. No? Wait.
Mm-hmm.
He had that Vitality booster a long while ago. Now he's picked up a point booster. I'm guessing it's going to be Aghanims, then Heart is his last item. The Vit booster is just there for the casual HP. I don't see him buying a Bloodstone, right?
Yeah, that would be a bit unusual, that's for sure. Super is teaming up with Ice's Ice there to getting rid of the high ground ward. And LGD are gonna do the same, I think. Where's the gem? Where's Silencer? Oh, there he is, moving outside the base.
And yes, guys, I know he's not buying Bloodstone.
Oh,
Oh
Sylar.
my god. Sylar caught out on bot lane. Orchid down onto him. But after the global, looks like VG just backed themselves up.
Yeah, he still had he could use Manta to get out of it, and he also still had Stone Gaze. What were you laughing about?
Twitch chat, like when I just said the word Bloodstone, like, oh my god, no, Axe buying Bloodstone, it's not possible. Yes,
No.
I'm well aware of this. It just when you see those two items built up next to each other, the first thing that clicks into your head is Bloodstone, and you realize, no, that's dumb. He's going Aghanims, and Heart is his last item.
How? Really pushing out aggressively. There's Sylar, if you can get one more hit off to prevent the blink. There we are, and maybe comes in. Yep.
Yeah, with
You
a
there.
bash, slowed down by the Skadi. How? Gonna get taken down. LGD doing a very good job at defending their base proactively here. You know, they're pushing out. Whoa. What?
Well, I think they just used a combo, didn't they? Yeah.
But-
Yep, they did. They used a refresher on Ice's
What?
Eyes.
Now
to
maybe
blow
jumps
up
into
these
F1. The Sprout's gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer. The range attacks though over the trees, not gonna be enough. Fenrir called in by Yao, Yules up onto the troll, maybe! Sonic Wave down and now Hex from Fenrir finishes him off. No? Hex from Quap?
I'm not seeing shit at the moment.
No, me neither. Like that kill on Silencer, I didn't even know it happened. Apparently the game said it happened before the Bristleback died, but I don't know.
Well, maybe dying is kind of annoying though. He does have buyback, but ideally he's not going to use it. Still, Bristleback's dead as well, so I don't think Vici can really push high ground anyway. If he had a Satanic there, maybe he would have been able to survive at one point. But good self-sprout by FY and then TP out. Finishes the AC. And Vici, they're just going to look to bind LG in their base. I'm just saying, it would have been a completely different game if LG wouldn't have lost that one really stupid fight and lost Bitbacks. Then they would be in such a better position now.
Well, it still looks like they're pretty good right now, defending their base. They've only lost one lane of Rex, like you say. Roshan attempted here by Super and Ice, but their heroes aren't the best at taking it.
Yeah, but they're gonna get it eventually, so there's no response from LGD really.
Blink up on the line, a little bit late this game, but he did go for Force Staff and Ghost Scepter first. So Blink is his really third item, while MMY is wishing he had some kind of mobility.
Yeah, Quap picks up Aegis, Bristleback gets Cheese. Yeah, maybe. If they can now kill the Troll Warlord 2 times over, then they would be able to win the game, I think.
Well,
This is, I think, really their best chance of breaking base.
Well, F1 in this top lane, it's difficult to deal with because you're being pushed in top by Nature's Prophet, the TP down, Sylar gets stunned up, Orchid, he's locked in place, How just battling up, the global silence has popped and Sylar manages to manta out, turn back around onto How, slowing him down with the Skadi. Super needs to blink himself away.
Top lane though.
Yep, top lane, tier 3 is already dead, the fight doesn't even continue as VG back themselves up, return to the tier 3. It's just really annoying for LGD to actually fight into this.
Oh, the lags are real, I can't see anything.
Well, looks like Yao wants to go in, pops the BKB, doesn't blink forward though. Or does he? Does he? I don't know. Nothing's moving. Thunder God's Wrath? Stuff is happening, I'm really sorry guys. Sylar defending up at top lane, the melee rack dropping to about a third of his HP, a quarter even, down on bot lane though. Sonic Wave takes down MMY, Fenrir gets bashed up and taken out by maybe. Aegis Immortal will allow Queen of Pain to respawn and Ghost Scepter and blink away. But the racks at top and bot have fallen. Ranged and melee down at bot, while the melee at top. The lag is real. As the perfect world servers do not like us. I've already tried reconnecting a couple of times, guys, and it really hasn't solved anything. I apologize once again for the spikes. And the fact that I can't see a damn thing that's going on, so controlling the camera is like, oh. People are dying instantly before any messages pop up. Look, the racks just fell. Kills are just being registered by the game.
Yeah, they just essentially what VG did is they used Aegis and Cheese to do suicide for racks and get megas, and they succeeded. So, yeah, as I said, it was definitely the best chance of breaking the base, and still, LGD would not be in this position if they wouldn't have lost mid racks that early. And now it just gets infinitely harder.
Well, that's mega creeps now.
Yeah, it's megas. I mean, good luck defending that.
Solo has to surely you have to buy a rapier here. This is the game, if not any, to buy a rapier on Medusa.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't really see a conceivable way of winning even if he goes rapier though, because Vici have profit and he can always backdoor. At least they have the tier 4 still standing, but look at it. It's only maybe can defend one lane. Sylar can defend another lane. Axe really can't, at least not that easily. He picked up the Agnes Scepter, by the way.
Ice is making me panic, but there's the rapier for Sylar. Ice, I don't know why he's throwing out Thunder God's Wrath there. A little bit of scouting, a little bit of, hey LGD, where are you? How are you doing? You having fun defending your base? You having fun up against these mega creeps? Sylar with the rapier, he's not too bad for him.
Yeah. Overall, he probably needs lifesteal next item, and then we'll see how it goes, but VG, if they're wondering, you really want to play it safe, they wait for buyback on every single hero and then just go in at some point. And with next Roche. And we've seen that one infamous 3-hour, 20-minute game there. In C9 against SFZ, I believe it was.
Scary faces.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see a repeat of that, really.
No.
I don't see it happening.
It's possible. It's possible. But I don't
If it does happen, I'm gonna demand more pay.
Just take the average game time and say, okay, for every X minutes, I want this amount.
Yeah.
Well, looks like
E-Blade. Yeah, just complete caster Queen of Pain. It's unusual actually, but sometimes it happens.
Wait,
and right now he doesn't need to do anything. Though.
Where did it go? He bought it and now he doesn't have it anymore.
Huh?
He only has a Ghost Scepter.
But why does he only have 2.8k gold then?
Because once you combine Ghost Scepter with the Eagle Song, you can't sell it back for full price.
Oh, okay.
So he must have bought it, disassembled, picked up the Eagle Song, then sold it again.
Okay. Well, that sucks though. Not like it matters at the moment. I think Vici can buy like 5 Dagons and still win the game, but.
Well, Sylar going to be trying his hardest to defend this. 1300 gold up on him. Buyback-wise, what are we looking at? No Troll, no Medusa. Pretty much no one on the dire side has buybacks. Thunder God's Wrath, thrown out twice, and Xiaohui's dead. Global, so is Rubik actually. MMY and Xiaohui both down for the count. Sylar now turns back around with the Stone Gaze. Rapier doing a decent amount of damage until he gets hexed up, and Ice, he wants more. He's going to send Sylar up into the air, and throw out some lightning, but the Medusa is forced back into the fountain. Yao battling it up with Super, but slowed down and out DPS'd as Fenrir chasing down the Troll Warlord.
Like, LGD are just trying to do everything they can to hold this, but it's getting so ridiculously difficult. I mean, FY is also dealing a sizable amount of DPS himself, and Sylar, he might lose Rapier now.
Looks like he will. Sonic Wave and Screaming Pain, Rapier's on the floor. I think Ice has his eyes on it, of course he does. But game number 1 going the way of Vici Gaming here in the D2CL. Apologies guys for all of the lag, and I guess me being ill doesn't help things too much. I'll try and see if Toby can take over later on in the day. But we'll be back with game number 2 in a couple of minutes. Game number 1 going the way of VG. LGD didn't look too bad though. They didn't look too bad. Just a few little mistakes here and there that let them down a bit. But we'll be back with game number 2.